Good morning. It's day 21. So it's about 7 a.m. and we are just packing up our stuff, which is pretty easy because we were mostly packed last night, and it's just really our bed stuff and tent. Hi.
Hello.
So
No, she's lying.
So we're just packing up and we're gonna have breakfast, and then we are going to run out of town, finally.
Run ourselves out of town.
So it's supposed to be really hot today, like 86, and apparently the trail ahead is supposed to be decently exposed. So not much cover. So I think, especially because we are not in a super rush to get to Paradise Valley, give that snow a bit more time to melt. I'm already having friends being like, "You're not doing San Jacinto yet. You're not doing that, right? You're gonna skip it." And I'm like, we'll see. So we're not in any super rush. So I think what we're doing is there's good camping like up to 5 miles out of town, and then you start the decently steep ascent, and then you're forced to do, if you don't camp at 5, you have to go another like 5 to 7 miles, which makes it like a 10 to 12-mile day. And with the heat, we would rather do that climb, especially if it's pretty exposed. We'd rather do that early in the morning. So we're just gonna do like 5 miles today, just get to that last little camp spot. There's good water and everything, so it's just gonna be a nice, easy day. I think even 3 miles of that, like we have a little bit of uphill here and there in that 5 miles, but for the most part, it's pretty chill. So we're just essentially doing a Nero. I'm just gonna get out of town so that we finally get out of town, and just doing the 5 miles, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to kick our butts out of the tent early and get us started up that hill early so that we can make it without it being super warm. It's supposed to cool down tomorrow, which should also help. Today there was this little hot stretch where the last couple of days have been like 70, 80s. But tomorrow it's supposed to drop back down, I think, into like the 60s. So that will definitely help. So that's basically our plan. I am going to stop yammering to myself in my tent, and I'm going to pack up and get going. I will check in once we're back on trail. So I'm packing up my tent, and Mom, this is the time that you should look away from the video. So I'm packing up my tent, and spider, big, gross, red, gray, brown spider in my tent. That's a small one. I found a much bigger one of the same type yesterday. So apparently staying in town will get you a bunch of spiders in your tent. Icky, icky, icky.
I thought it was that.
And I slept with that in here. The joys of being in nature. Big moth. He's beautiful.
I'm so surprised he's alive. Go put him somewhere.
He just could not yet.
Alright, so we just left Warner Springs. And we're back on trail. Got delayed, got distracted by
Lots of things.
lots of things.
Broken Sawyer filter.
Broken Sawyer filter. My filter was leaking.
in the middle, not at one end or the other, like smack in the middle. And most of the time you would assume it froze, except it hasn't been cold enough to freeze. And I always, from day one, have kept my Sawyer filter in the footbox of my sleeping bag at night. So there's no way it could have frozen. So we have no idea what happened. It just tipped over this morning and just started pouring out water. So I had to buy a new filter and soak it and get it all taken care of. And we saw a giant moth and talked with a bunch of hiker trash, and so just got distracted. So we left town way later than we wanted to, but we are officially out of town now. Or rather, we actually put our packs on and left the community center. You can see the road right there, so we're not very far. But yeah, we weighed our packs. We were both like, no, we don't want to know. But we did it, and with a full resupply of food and like 1 liter each, we're both carrying like 37 pounds grand total.
I'm at 34.
Okay, he's at 34.
You're at 37.
But still, so like that means that our base weight is probably around 20-ish. So that's actually quite good and better than I expected. So it's just
the extras we have.
Yeah, we have extras. We have luxury items. So I'm actually really surprised and really happy with my base weight and the weight I'm carrying with food and water. So not bad, not bad. It is getting pretty hot, and we're only going about 5.4-ish, I think, today, and it's mostly flat, but because it's getting hot, we should get moving. New kinds of flowers. Haven't seen those yet. It is hot today, and we are very exposed and leaving late.
I'm sweating pretty badly, and I'm under this umbrella.
Yeah, it's hot. But all part of the desert. I don't want to stop too long because it is hot and buggy. But I had to show this. Blue skies, yellow flowers absolutely everywhere, green grasses, some cacti, trees, and desert. Like straight up just sand wastes. So yeah. This section of the trail has been really cool. I was a little disappointed because I realized that we were walking out of Warner Springs and through a like cattle area, like pasture, and we could smell them and tell that they had been there, but there were no cows in sight. And I had heard so many people talk about walking past the cows. And it's me. So I was like, no, need cows. But, oh well. But, really beautiful today. And hot. So I'm gonna keep on going. We just came around a corner and a couple of horseback riders were heading towards us. And so we stepped off and let them pass. Absolutely beautiful horses. But yeah, so they thanked us for talking and making a little bit of noise so we didn't startle the horses, and they gave us the good news that the streams are all running really nicely and it's supposed to be at least 10 degrees cooler tomorrow. So looking forward to that, because right now it is hot, but I'm taking it as a good lesson in this is why you leave camp on time. Oh, shade. That's nice. Whew. Water. So it is blazingly hot today, at least for me, coming from Oregon. It's only supposed to get up to like 86, but out here, man, it feels like it's in the 90s. It's so hot. But we're over halfway done with our day, mileage-wise, and we are about to take a nice little break / siesta, maybe soak our feet, drink up some water, have some lunch before we do the last 2 miles into camp. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was being wonky.
Looking forward to it.
That was it, which means I'm gonna drop back here and
I was gonna say, let's just do it here. Here's nice.
Yeah, I was gonna anyway, and then I just wanted to check and see where we were at, and one way or another, this is
Woohoo!
which means the bugs are substantial.
Thing. Yeah.
But I'm gonna sit over there.
Bugs
in the
have
shade
been
with my
crazy
feet
all day.
with my feet in the water.
Oh yeah.
Best lunch break ever.
I have 3 bug bites that I got in Warner Springs. But this one is the one I'm least happy about. Do you see this? It is bothering me. It itches. Fun times. A preview for what's to come. Alright, so we are currently sitting at like mile 114 point something. About 5.4 miles out of Warner Springs. And I haven't taken a whole lot of video since leaving the creek when we took our lunch break. About halfway through our lunch break, I'm like, man, I'm really, really tired. And noticed that my head was starting to hurt, so I'm eating some food and I'm making sure I'm having like some protein, not just sugar, and like trying to get some stuff in me. I took a little bit of Tylenol, made sure I drank 1.5 liters while we were there. And just wasn't helping. I had Corey work on my head a bit and that helped a bit. But we were planning on a decent sized tent site that was listed in Gut Hooks. That was 5.4-ish miles in. And my head just keeps getting worse and worse. And I'm drinking water, and I took some electrolytes and stuff like that. But I am prone to like migraines, and I completely like wilt when I get too much sun. And I think just the combination of like crap sleep last night, not enough water during our 0 days, not enough water today, and all of that, you know, too much sun, I think it's just kind of combining all together to give me a bit of a migraine, which I get regularly at home, but it sucks when you have to hike. And so we got here to the campsite and all the tent space is taken. Corey's back is hurting a little bit. It's getting kind of late. It's about 5:30 right now. And so we have a spot that's can be used as a tent site. Isn't ideal. It's lumpy, it's slanted. There's a massive like ant hill right in the middle of it. Overall, it's really not ideal. It's not all that bright, by the way. This is the headache making me squint. I'm actually under my umbrella, and it's evening light right now, despite what the camera wants to say right now. But yeah, so the tent site isn't great, so we dropped our packs, and I'm sitting here like trying to hydrate, trying to stay out of the sun, trying to rest, and Corey has run ahead. There's supposed to be possibly a couple more tent sites, like 0.2 ahead, and when I say possibly, I mean Gut Hooks says possibly. So we'll see. I can hear him coming back, and I think we're just stuck here with the crappy tent site, which, if that's what we have, that's what we have. I'm not going to complain too much because I really just want to like sit, eat, and go to bed. The plan is, I think we have like 7 miles straight uphill tomorrow, and it's supposed to be cooler, but still warm, and so I think the plan is to get up decently early and get up the hill as fast as we can. So I'm hoping that I can get some good sleep and some good water and rest tonight. There's a snake?
Yeah, just like a gardener snake.
Did he run away?
Yeah, he just went over in here,
Aww.
somewhere in the bushes.
Sad I missed him.
However, once you're done with your video, we should get you over in the shade there, hanging out.
Well, with that, I think, are we setting up camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went down 500,000 feet. There's nothing. We're gonna end up having to cross the water in the morning.
Okay.
It's just gonna be a shoes off kind of thing and let them dry.
Okay. Well, and with that, we have to set up camp, so I'm gonna go. This will probably be my last update for the day, so alright, hope y'all have a good night. I'll check in tomorrow.